Welcome to Season 2 of Binge or Cringe Tunes podcast with Jimmy and Rocko.
Hello and welcome to this week's Binge or Cringe. I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Rocko.
And this week's episode is, I believe, Zachz Winner. And the song is called Scramble. Let's have a listen.
The night feels like the daytime as I sit through this crowded fest. The set's not exciting enough, but I see your face and you look back, and now my heart is pounding for this moment. Without you, things aren't the same. The past few years have felt like gravy, and tonight I'm alive. Oh, so young, but there you are, holding back, and you look like you have your guard up. There they are, staring you down. There goes a flash of light, and I'm lost to the stars. Roll like a scramble, another pop goes. Roll like a scramble, just go away. Roll like a scramble. I can't do this all night, do this all the time. So roll like a scramble, another pop goes. Roll like a scramble, just go away. Roll like a scramble. I can't do this all night, do this all the time. So ride or die, I've got your back, and I know you got mine. If ever you're in trouble, you can always count on me to fight. So there you are, holding back, and you look like you have your guard up. There they are, staring you down. There goes a flash of light, and I'm lost in the stars. Roll like a scramble, another pop goes. Roll like a scramble, just go away. Roll like a scramble. I can't do this all night, do this all the time. So roll like a scramble, another pop goes. Roll like a scramble, just go away. Or roll like a scramble, I can't do this all night, do this all the time. Roll like a scramble, can't do this all night, do this all the time.
So, Rocko, what are your impressions?
I do like the sequenced arrangements on this track. I couldn't really make out the words at times, depending on the word, but I did like that there was some kind of like the tone itself was almost kid-like, as was the melody I found for the verse. So it had almost like a children's song vibe. I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for, but then the melody that follows that part actually had a dance feel. So I find that for me, my favorite part was the pre-chorus. The chorus is catchy, but I prefer the build up in the pre-chorus. It grabbed me more. As far as the lyrics, now, first of all, there are a few grammatical issues, and some lines are strange, like the past few years had felt like gravy. But there is an originality, a quirkiness that works mostly. So overall, the lyrics fit mostly, I'd say. What do you have to say, Jimmy, about the technical?
Okay, so on this one, I'll start with the good points. The LUFS, average loudness, is at minus 14.4, right on, if you will, the Spotify protocol, or audio protocol. The LU, or the LU of the LRA, so your loudness to softness average is 8, which is also very good. Crest factor is quite acceptable. The dynamic range of the tune itself is 11.5. The spectrum, you're using the full spectrum, so that's great. Now, where we run into problems. The stereo correlation is way too wide in the verses. And what that does is makes your mono compatibility pretty weak. And that's, I guess, again, mono sources aren't used a lot, but when it will be used, you'll lose a lot of information. That's something you want to look at. You peak right at 0. You've left no margin. It's a common, I guess, error, I can call it, that I see with a lot of amateur artists. They just push the limiters till they get to 0, thinking that's the best way to get volume, but that's not how you get your volume. So you want to look at that. And if I go to your tonal balance, in your mid-range, your low and your high, you're okay. But on your lows and your highs, you either get too much low and sometimes it's okay, and then your highs, you're okay sometimes, and sometimes you lose some highs. So I think that's the difference between the chorus and the verses. Sometimes you're getting a decent balance, and sometimes you're losing the balance. I don't remember exactly where it was, but you may want to look at that. And you can put it through any spectrum analyzer when you're mixing, and you'll find out where your troubles are and your highs and your lows. And you should be able to adjust that with an EQ a bit. And that's what I see right now on this tune.
Okay, perfect. So thanks for listening to Binge Or Cringe Tunes. I'm Rocko.
And I'm Jimmy. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for listening to Binge or Cringe Tunes with Jimmy and Rocko, and until next time.